Alright, yeah, my timeline's been kind of off recently, and the questions for the webinar, if there's something wrong with the webinar, is the portal, and then I try to bring an alternative. But most people couldn't get it to work, so screw it. The other one should be back up. Only a couple people missed it, but it happens. Yeah, whatever. It's all predestined somehow. Well, it could be worse, right? It could be in that airplane that got hit by that helicopter. Which I should put that. I'm just gonna put that in the title because I don't know if you smell a conspiracy. Yeah, immediately when I saw that about the helicopter, I felt like somebody got taken out. Like someone was targeted. But whatever. Welcome to. It's not Trump related or anything. It feels like it's all pre-planned and all. Now, the helicopter could have been taken over somehow, manipulated autonomously. So who knows? Turned to a weapon, or who knows? We'll never really know. So it doesn't really matter. Just more propaganda. Just like Mr. T, it's supposed to be, people need a savior. And we'll see how that goes. It's funny, the savior mentality is at its highest level. So it's been, spirituality, how much brainwashing there's in there. And then you have your spiritual NPCs that are spiritual teachers, and you have all NPCs that need a spiritual NPC to find their direction in life. I can show you examples, but I think at best I don't do that. So I'll stay out of that one. Yeah, there is a such thing as spiritual NPCs. There's a couple of them. There's one big one that's out there. I'm not going to go into that, but who cares? Doesn't matter. My channel is dead anyway. So here we are in the corner of the universe. And who knows? Obviously, those that are channeling like Ashtar Command and whoever else. I mean, a lot of them are just going through their shit. They're doing the best they can. They might be putting out kind of crazy ass propaganda. Then you see about these popular super soldier situations, and some of them cannot handle reality at all. They have to connect to some ways else. It's like it has to be better somewhere else. They might be tortured on another planet somewhere, but that is so much better than us being here, whatever. They cannot handle this reality. It's like they live someplace else mentally. They might be healing for some traumas. That's different. If healing from traumas is one thing, but some just can't stand this place, so they program their brain to be somewhere else. And I see why. So Planet McDonald's and Planet Burger King, Dunkin' Donuts. What if they change the world to Planet Dunkin' Donut? Maybe that'll give some people some perspective. So anyway, star system we called. There's probably a star system out there. It's called Dunkin' Donuts somewhere. Actually, it sounds like a star system. What the fuck? When I said Burger King, that can sound like a star system. That sounds like a star system. I just figured actually that's fucked up. I'm not sure about McDonald's. I'm not sure that's probably hell. Probably some plasticky, fake food. Yeah. Yikes. Probably somewhere. Yeah. Take your kids there. Yeah. But think about like a solar system, Burger King, but it looks like, I don't know, what is stars of lettuce, stars of whatever. I could see that being something. God help us if that ever happens. Ever mentioned, like a premonition. How exciting. Time to time to comment private sessions. What is the schedule? Shop here somewhere. Can't save the world, but you never know. I also have the courses here and the meditation channel. Meditation channel is to keep my sanity. And the courses, of course, I got work. I'm trying to battle that out. And jeez, what a freaking nightmare. So I'm actually starting late because I'm trying to catch up on sleep, which is not working out very well. Unless I take a day to rest, basically. Even when I catch up, I feel like I'm worn out. So that's I was almost canceled tonight, actually. If I had more questions for the webinar, I would have answered those, but there's only one. And if I had like 3 or 4, I would have answered those. I just call it a night. But anyway, so Forbidden History. We'll just see where that goes. I don't know. Still waiting for that Star System Burger King. Yeah, the Dunkin' Donuts Star System. There's got to be something out there like that somewhere. Maybe the Olive Garden Star System. God, I don't want to keep going there. There's probably a Trump Star System somewhere, and God help us all. It's probably like a clone of Trumps. You go to a planet, it's like all these clone Trumps everywhere. Imagine there's plenty of SS people have been there, probably. I'm sure they have been. And also the Lost World of Spirituality. And that goes to the spiritual NPCs and all that, whatever. Yeah, spirituality has a lot of brainwashing in it, the New Earth, and whatever else. Was it the solar flare? Supposed to give her superpowers. I guess that didn't go so well. Or maybe it did, and we just haven't heard about it. There's some people flying and walking through a wall somewhere, and we just haven't heard about it. Maybe there's some secrets, Black Ops thing going on that we don't hear. Kept from the public eye. But yeah, that plane, the Black Ops helicopter crashing into a passenger plane. Only 64 people. Which is could have been a fully loaded plane. So I guess that's the silver lining of it. But yeah, there's some. It instantly felt like somebody had to be removed. And I guess nothing else is working. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that one. My channel is already buried enough as it is. I need to bury it anymore. Of course, Forbidden History is not going to help anything either, because it's kind of generic. So Forbidden History, just the Forbidden Earth, the Forbidden Past, Atlantis, and so on. Actually, connect to some of the Atlantean energies with that. Might as well. So, I connect to some of the Atlantean frequencies and move on from. Maybe go into some of the spiritual NPC energy. It's connected to that. Yeah, NPC. I mean, it all depends. Some are just here to background people, and there's different versions of it. Some are. I mean, you're just here along for the ride. I was here to have a lot of your energy here. Of course, Elon Musk would just fucking just won't go away. Even in death, you probably still won't go away. It's like a walking advertisement. For relationship, people that are looking for like relationships and all that, you just have to Sis Risen just came up. You just gotta just go with the flow. If you'll find somebody, you'll find them without looking. Of course, it might take years or 10 years or never. But you can try to force it through the web apps, but it doesn't always work out. You can always try it, but it doesn't work. And if you do find the right person, they might throw their crap on you. And that's all they do is throw their garbage on it, or just find a bunch of scumbags. Which I've found a bunch of scumbags, even spiritual scumbags that are out there. That go to conferences, just to give you a hint. And bring all their drama there. Of course, they pretend to be friendly there, but then there's another side that's a scumbag, so whatever. Eyes wide open, I guess, huh? So, Yeah, the conferences, if you can't afford to go to them, you're not missing anything. I mean, if you feel like you can buy a lot, I mean, if you can go and just, like, yeah, because it is a battle of the egos there, so it's not really worth going. If you can't go, you're probably just as well. You're doing yourself a favor, because it's really not what it's cracked up to be, so. I guess for some it's spiritual church, so. But some are learning. I mean, it is a learning. It is learning, but man, it's, yeah, Clash of the Titans. Alright, we're going to Forbidden, yeah, we're going to Atlantean energy, and, because that's Forbidden history, right? Yeah, and move on from there. So, blessings, here we go. Grease you with Atlanteans, connected to your energies, connected to your the Earth did not need Atlantis anymore. Obviously, the Atlanteans cannot keep their frequency at the highest level, and they had a lot of lessons to learn also. Going into the third dimension, of course, a lot of them are magicians and things of that kind of wizardry that's happening, also assisted with your current technologies, even part of the Nazi Party, as you can see. Obviously, the darker versions, yeah, a lot of those are reincarnated Atlanteans, part of your German cultures, but definitely part of your Nazi Party, obviously. That just shows you, well, I mean, they're nostalgia for their old world. They want to bring it back. Yes, the dark side of Atlantis. Basically, a lot of the reason why Atlantis went down to begin with happened in World War II. As they tried to create, yeah, an Aryan race or a perfect race that was kind of forbidden. Just not. It was not for everyone's highest good. Let's put it that way. The idea of some of the Atlanteans of the past was just to create just the Atlantean world and get rid of everybody else. So not all of them are into that, but there were some. And you see that in World War II. That's why your World War II is so intense. It was like another Atlantean war against the people. And it was, of course, it was taken down as it was in the past. They never seemed to accomplish their goals, which is good. Yeah, there might be some remnants of it and some of their knowledge to manipulate society, because they are advanced beings, but not always for the greater good. But they're part of genetics. They're part, because some of the soldiers of World War II actually, the scientists actually, because the culture was allowing them to kind of access that side of themselves. Of course, it was a psychotic side. A side that did not care about anything. You see the genetic engineering during World War II. It's all Atlantean connected. It was just twisted. It's like your mad scientists, you're pretty much your human monsters, who are doing experiments on people. And a lot of Atlantean beings became that way. But genetics was done more peacefully in the past. But when you're not remembering yourself and in this modern age, you kind of, become, a freak of nature and just don't care about human rights at all. During Atlantean times, there was a lot of human experimentation, though, but it was done in a way of more practical. It wasn't there as just to ruin a lot. It was a lot of, I wouldn't call it questionable. It was just done decently, you could say, not taking some regular person and experimenting on them, nothing like that. As it became darker, yes, and started to mess with the alternative, the mermaids, and it became extremely twisted. Yeah. So, but it wasn't always that way. It's hard to really describe how it was done, but it was done for more of enhancing the human, basically for a human, not to become Atlantean, but just to become more, just to improve on the genetics in general. Just not perfectly, but to help humans adapt to their Earth environment, for them to, not to say walk on two legs, but help them walk on two legs, you can say. Not to say they're walking on four legs, but you see your Neanderthal human, you see your modern human, there's some assistance there. So, and because you would have more Neanderthal type people here. It was a major purge in your past. So the Atlantean energies are very similar to like your Anunnaki to some level. Yeah, very unusual. Yeah, but it wasn't there to be demonic or anything like that. Of course, like I say, it did become that way. So yeah, your forbidden history is so forbidden. Even we can't even bring it up here, as you can imagine, because it's still fragile. I mean, you can go by what you feel, but there's a lot of history this will not become known. Not yet, due to the genetic engineering of the human. And so, obviously, your modern human would be like horrified by it and everything, and horrified by your founders and so on, and that's never the intention of its evolution. Humanity finds a way. Of course, the way the mind has been so programmed nowadays, it's hard for them to understand the world at its full scope of the past. So it was basically the invention of the physical realm, you could say. Well, it was already invented, but to really kind of integrate it, to shut down the spiritual realms due to selfishness. Basically, the Atlanteans just became more human, more selfish. It was only there for a short. It was there for a long time. It was there for a short time, also. It was there for a long time, but obviously it's not here physically for many reasons. It cannot handle the physical realm. It basically is phased out. Whereas the physical realm became more of Earth's teacher, and the Atlanteans basically just had their contribution to society, just enough, and then were phased out, but not completely. It became Druids, Phoenicians, and so on, scattered about. So most of them did not remember anything. Of course, a part of spirituality currently, but still, as you can see, spirituality still has a long ways to go. It's just you're actually more embracing the physical. You're healing, but also you're kind of diving. There's always a period of diving deeper into, like the Dark Ages. I mean, it wasn't so dark. It's like, who wants to live in this hell? So longevity was very short, but was necessary. So there's a major purge during then. You went through a purge in 2020. And so you're still kind of diagnosing the physical realms. It's not over yet. You're kind of still figuring out its potentials. That's why it has not phased out and won't either. Some might feel like it would, because they feel it, they want to go somewhere else, but they're not always realizing what they're living here or experiencing in a way. It's what the soul is here to find. So when the soul comes here to discover itself, sometimes to heal the ego. Obviously, there's much more to it than that, but you'd be surprised basically to unlock more of an individual's potential. But some still don't really see clearly. Even those that are spiritually evolved, they're not really seeing, like with people that they know, they're not always seeing like their potential connections. Like they only see it through their eyes. Like if I was in your situation, I'd just get out of there, and like they kind of cut someone off from their own potential sometimes. And they're also, you're here to hardcore spirituality is not the greatest of life. It's a rough road, as some of you notice. Denounce all the luxuries of physicality. I mean, you are physical, but there's a lot of hardships in it, as some of you noticed. You're living it. And it's really like divorces and spousal abuse and so on, whatever it might be. It's like, but that's really, the spiritual growth is there. It's right in front of you. It's rough. It's ugly. But it's for individuals to become better spiritual teachers or spiritually aware. And eventually spiritually. You are teachers to some level, but sometimes, a teacher trying to teach, people are just like, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to go where it's easier. It's like they're going to go Yeah, they're gonna, this. Yeah, they don't want hardcore looking into themselves and all. They're not quite ready for that. You'd be surprised. When to truly unlock oneself, some might say they're ready for it, like unlocking the drama and truly finding some kind of inner peace. Some have difficulties doing that. Even if they're spiritually aware, they still have a lot of drama around them. Can't let it go. Now, there's healthy drama and there's drama that is something the soul has to go through, called victimhood. So,